So I'm pretty sure the lion's mane. I was reading. I mean, it's good for a lot of things, but it's useful for depression in certain people. But I think that it's really lowering my acute anxiety stuff and everything. Obviously, I made many other changes. So, I stopped. I alcohol cessation. I was drinking a lot every night, trying to deal with stuff, just feeling lonely and not being able to see certain people and stuff. And but like I stopped that. The ashwagandha and the fenugreek, so I probably have more normal hormone levels now. And I feel like the ashwagandha was sort of lowering my feelings of excitement and just zest for life and everything. Maybe not. It can be useful for a lot of people and everything, but it seemed to make me want to drink all the time and everything. But again, I did pick up smoking again. But alcohol is also, smoking is bad for the heart and the lungs, and it can send, obviously disease all over the body. But alcohol also is bad for the liver and the brain, and can do the same thing. Just not, and rather than having like however many, like a quarter of a 24 pack a night or whatever, like now I'm just having like half of a filtered little cigar thing. They call them cigars, but I don't. I think they're like, they're the shape and size of cigarettes and everything. They have filters, but I've just been feeling a lot better. Normally I sleep better. Last night was different, but I seem to not have as much of my. I used to have real. I mean, throughout my life, even in middle school, I would go to school, have all this energy, but have barely slept and everything. But I had times even more recently, like the last decade or so, just maybe not a decade, a few years, waking up like 30 to 40 times in a night, and I just feel so restless and everything. Seems to be getting a little bit better, and maybe I did hear one of my friends claimed that once you get addicted to nicotine, it sort of changes something in your brain to where like you want that reward and everything. So I went over 5 years without any nicotine, and it's a shame that I'm back on it again, but I feel a lot better than I did when I was drinking every night and everything. Just nervous habits and everything, but nicotine is good for some things. It actually can. I suspect that since it's a stimulant and it kind of gives you a little boost, throughout the day, that when it wears off, you can sleep better. I may be wrong about that, but it also can decrease the likelihood of diabetes and stuff. And there's no way I'm getting that. I eat zero refined sugar. I haven't been eating bread and pasta. I'm gonna want some pasta again soon though. Yeah, definitely. But just little amounts of stuff. I've just been eating like, vegetables, legumes, nuts, and different things. I mean, that's all vegetables, but you know what I mean. Like for different, I get my protein from those, and I get my fats from extra virgin olive oil and the nuts and everything. But I do suspect this lion's mane can help with anxiety because I usually, at some point during the day, I get extreme like feelings of like holy shit. It feels like I've been given meth or something, and it's like I need an Ativan. The last 2 days I haven't needed any. I have had like I feel like the lion's mane helps with energy and focus, but a lot like L-theanine and matcha, it can probably level you out because it is good for a healthy neurological system and everything. It can actually regrow brain cells, neurons, and stuff, and encourage neurogenesis, much like hallucinogenic psilocybin, psilocin. Well, it turns into psilocin, right? Which way? I forget which way it goes. I think psilocin is the active thing that it turns into, and that's what gets you going. But it starts off as psilocybin. They're psilocybin containing, I believe, or it may be reversed. Those encourage neurogenesis and are also they can be very helpful for PTSD and seriously like major depressive disorder and stuff. I've never had serious depression, but lately, the last while, just having that natural low of feeling just so alone and everything, and I don't really have that. I've always appreciated solitude and everything, so like it's difficult wanting to have people to connect to that share interests, but like not wanting to go out and be in loud places because I do have autism, and it's interesting. I don't know if it's the same sort of neurogenesis and everything, but it's been shown that autistic people often have too many neuronal connections in the brain, and that one of the effects is that it can have you have heightened senses, and I very much do. I can't sleep. I have a fan on very loud in my room, but if somebody's doing yard work, the frequency, the bzzz, it will go over my fan from outside into my room over the fan, and I'll be just like, and styrofoam is one of the worst. When somebody does an unboxing and there's styrofoam, like an old console, video game console or something, it's beyond nails on a chalkboard sort of thing. And like someone scrubbing a pan, doing metal on metal, certain things, and then just the roaring sound of like a crowd, it's like extreme. I have misophonia too, or whatever you call it, misophonia, where it's like if I hear someone eating, it's like you get so bothered and so angry, and all sorts of things like that. I've always had a problem when I get on the phone. I can't have any other noises. If someone's talking, I can't focus. Different things, but anyway, that was just off. I don't remember how I got into that part of this, but yeah, I do think the Lion's Mane is helping. I'm glad that I quit ashwagandha and fenugreek. They do say that fenugreek is a very smart thing to add, but like, I just don't want the elevated testosterone levels. That's definitely not what I'm going for, and that's one of the things. It's like, if I can have less facial hair, thank you. If I can have no facial hair, I wish. I may end up getting electrolysis around my nipples, because that's a serious source of just, I hate it. Just being like, oh, I have hairy tits and everything. It just bothers me. But anyway, love, I hope you have pleasant times. Lion's Mane I've been taking it for like months now, but this change from the water extraction, the 1/4 extract to the 1/8 dual extract is making a difference. I definitely just seem to be in a much better mood, and I have less not dangerous, but, just less than ideal cravings and everything. I just feel like I'm learning. Like the Lion's Mane, I know it can be placebo. Well, it does. It is a nootropic, and it can, increase focus and memory, and I have been remembering, like, I'll just randomly remember a dream that I had when I was like 10 and stuff. It's really cool. I love it. I'm into dreams. But yeah, what was I gonna say about that? Yeah, I just seem like I'll listen to my intricate prog metal and everything, and it just feels like I'm learning. I've already, like, I can memorize that stuff anyway. That's just one of the only things I'm good at, is being like, I'm not saying I can perform it. Like, I can't do thump guitar and stuff, but like, I'll just be driving and I do the guitar instead of doing double bass in the car because I'm driving, I do the guitar with my right hand. I do the hi-hat or crash with my left foot, and then I do the snare with my left hand. So I'm doing guitar and drums, and for gent, that works because, you can have all of the rhythms going, and you just kind of do the guitar, and it feels good. But I do feel like it's even heightened with the Lion's Mane, that I can just really soak these things in. And I should probably, I was going to use it to help learn Japanese. I feel like it's really needed, if that's going to happen, that I need to go to school in Japan, because these books are not my style of learning. And different things, I've heard of apps, and a lot of people say they work, and a lot of people say they didn't work for them. I kind of want to try that, but it's hard for me to soak in, just from like, I need to like actually exercise this and like write it in different things, But that would be cool, because I think it's so amazing. I love watching those YouTubers just speak to people on Omegle, Ome TV. Just like, oh, here's someone from Indonesia, here's someone from China, and you can just speak fluent, and like, it just makes their day and makes your day. It's so cool being able to connect with people on the other side of the world and everything. It's really cool. But anyway, love, I already said it. I hope you have pleasant times.